Yours is rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tales of dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
Oh, yeah. Happy Saturday.
Good morning.
Biscuit boy in the house.
Yeah, I won't tell you what, it was a tough morning.
Tough morning.
Yeah, you know, some parts wake up faster than others.
Well, it depends on what part wakes up, I guess, depending on how hard it would be.
Well, my bladder's the first thing that wakes up. It's always the first thing. It's ready to go.
The bladder is ready to roll.
It is. It is. Well, listen, I want to start us off with a word from the Lord this morning. I'm going to read from Acts chapter 10, verses 13 through 15. And Peter is, he's out, he's hungry. And the Lord says to him, and there came a voice, "Rise, Peter, kill and eat." But Peter said, "Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean." And the voice spoke to him a second time, saying, "What God hath cleansed, that call not thou common."
Amen.
Amen. And that's something that I have struggled with some of my friends. I try not to be I love the mushroom coffee, brother. I try not to, I don't know, say a whole lot, but I rib my vegetarian friends pretty bad sometimes. I do.
The fatted calf is on display often, right?
Yeah. But vegetarian is an old Indian word. It means bad hunter.
I had to get that swallow because I knew you about caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Bad hunter. Well, that's like PETA. I mean, around here. I mean, that's.
I know.
And
people
eating tasty animals.
I used to do some things in bad taste you know, back when, you know, like back during the Afghan war, you know, we were fighting the radical Islam, so to speak. And that's what we're doing now still, I guess. But, you know, the Marine Corps, they changed the way that they make their shotgun shells. You know, a lot of those Marines, they carry 12-gauge shotguns. And instead of lead, they started putting bacon bits in them. So, and I just thought that was hilarious, but it's really not that funny. Can't shoot straight, that's right. But, you know, I am a meat eater. I'm a carnivore. I'm actually an omnivore. I'll eat anything, pretty much. As long as it's blessed.
My daddy always said, whatever's on the table, you'll eat, or else.
Or you won't.
Yeah.
You'll eat it or you won't eat it. You won't eat nothing.
Bacon bits, buckshot.
Yeah.
Granny Clampett.
Yeah.
We need a new updated version of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, yeah.
What we'll call them, the Border Hillbillies or something. This would be a great reality show, dude. Like, you know, running patrols along the border. Yeah. Stop. Who goes there?
Is it the border of Appalachia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what they would say.
Yeah, you know.
We don't care what's going on down there on that Texas border.
The Confederacy.
We're worried about what's going on up here in the mountains.
Yeah, the Yankees are still trying to get in here. Some of those people still live that way.
And they do.
The Civil War just happened yesterday to them.
They do. Thank you, Terry Todd, for the like. We appreciate you, brother.
Definitely.
Yeah, they. I could just. Hey, there's places in America where they do run patrols on their property, and they'll light you up.
I will tell you what. I feel sorry for anybody that comes up our way. That we have, I mean, we've got cameras everywhere. I've got 4 cameras around my house. And, you know, all my neighbors have cameras. We've got them pointed out the streets. We've got them in the backyard, side yard, everywhere. And every one of my neighbors carries an arsenal in their house. I mean, you know, there's, I've got one neighbor that's got a pretty good, I'm not going to say how many, but he's got an arsenal.
And you have Howie. Myself. You have Howie who will defend.
Definitely have Howie.
Did you watch that video I sent you of the dog that attacked the guy breaking in? And he
with the thong on, or he had a cup or something. I don't know what that was.
And the cat was behind the door ready to pounce on him too.
Yeah.
But the dog just eats him up, and he's pulling his pants down as he's falling off the porch. What was that? A chow? That was a chow. Chows don't play, dude.
No, they don't.
He ate that dude alive, man.
I remember my dad had a chow named Precious. There wasn't nothing precious about that dog.
No, there's nothing precious with a chow. No way, Jose.
They are Chihuahuas on steroids, is what they are. They're just. They're awesome animals if they like you.
They walk with one of the most.
You got one next door here.
Bad
dogs parked.
Bad boy walks. I mean, they're not as big as some dogs, but they walk a bigger walk than most dogs. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
They walk with attitude.
Well, that's the reason why the Lord made Chihuahuas so small. Can you imagine a Chihuahua the size of a Great Dane?
You'd be a lot of dead people around.
No joke. Man. But
I my pastor, he's in heaven now. Been many, many years ago, but we'd go door to door to visit houses and stuff, and he loved to do it, but he was scared to death, not of the people. He was scared of dogs because he was kind of a short guy, and he'd say, "All right, whoever he was with," he said, "You got to promise me you'll take on the dog." First we went out on a Saturday. It was me and 2 other guys and him, and we broke up into teams of a team of two teams. And anyway, I wasn't with him, but the first house they went to, he goes to the little gate and he's walking down through his Bible in his hand. He's halfway. You get in no man's land. You get on somebody's property, you're in no man's land where there's no way you're going to get to the gate before the dog gets you. This big dog comes around the corner. He's going, "Oh Lord, there's the dog," and he's like, "God, I'm out doing your work. You have to defend me.
Protect me.
You know, and the dog comes up, huge dog, but he gets on all fours, and he puts his paws on each shoulder,
Yeah.
and he's just licking him. He's the whole time he's going, "Don't eat me alive, don't kill me."
The dog wanted to do is love on him.
Yeah, that's all the dog wanted to do. Is a big old baby, you know. He just, hey, welcome, you know. Hey, I'm a dog.
You talk about being on people's property. Did I ever tell you the story about the government man that went onto the farmer's property?
No, I don't think so.
But, you know, he was looking for marijuana, and he came, you know, they used to go around, you know, looking for marijuana and steals, you know, the revenuers, I guess is what they were called back then. But anyway, this farmer was out in the field one day, and he saw this car pull up, so he got off his tractor and walked down there. And the guy said, "I'm with the revenue department," showed him his badge. He said, "We've had reports that you've got illegal substances growing on your property." He said, "Well, you can look, you know, my property over. I ain't got nothing illegal growing on it." He said, "But just don't go in that back pasture over there." And the revenue guy says, "You see this badge right here? That means I can go anywhere I want to go." He said, "All right." So he starts walking around. He gets back there to that back pasture to the gate. He looks back at that farmer and just kind of smirks at him and opens the gate and walks through. Well, he disappears over the hill there, and a couple of minutes later, the farmer hears him screaming. And here he comes running back over the top of that hill with this big old bull right on his tail. The farmer hollered at him, "Show him your badge."
That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't know you're supposed to be there.
I've got a badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I got your badge.
The bulls don't play.
No. You were saying, what were you saying a couple of weeks ago? It might have been last week about the muscle that they have even in their.
Yeah, in their eyebrow.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
I've been laughing about that all
They
week.
are nothing but a muscle. They're one big muscle.
They can destroy a car, man. They can just flip that car over, man. They're so tough.
Yeah, and I used to climb on them. And I mean, I had to have brain damage back then.
Let's go, El Diablo. It's me and you.
Yeah. I mean, when you're sitting on the back of one of them things, and you can feel the muscles flexing underneath you. Oh boy,
It's a good day to die.
Yeah, yeah. Those who are about to die salute you.
The gate opens, they come flying out of there.
I've
Kick
had
in
them
and
do a 360 out the gate. Just,
little helicopter ride on the bull.
I'm telling you.
Oh, and it can't feel good to be slung through the air and landing on, even if it's dirt. It can't feel good at that moment.
Well, the dirt is, you know, pretty thick. You know, they keep it pretty thick right in that area. But,
Yeah.
It don't feel great, especially if you got a horn assisting you, you know.
Dismount with a horse.
And see, today they ride, you know, they got helmets and face masks and shoulder pads and cups and all kinds of stuff. All we had was a pearl snap shirt and a cowboy hat, you know. That was it.
Would you do the running of the bulls that they do? Would you do that? I don't understand the whole.
There are things that are fun, you know, that are exciting. That's just pure stupidity. I mean, no, I'm not going to do that.
It's open season on humans. I mean, the bull is running down through there. And it's like, here's a good candidate. I'll sling him up in the air. I will trample this one.
You're not going to outrun a bull. I don't care how. Usain Bolt is not going to outrun a bull, especially if he's mad.
They got all their little flashy colors on. The bull says, "Oh, I'll take some of that, Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
Let's go."
Yeah,
stupid for 100.
Exactly. Wow.
Oh yeah, they just look at that as this great cultural thing. I'm like you. I look at it as that's stupid.
It would be an adrenaline rush. I can't say that back in my youth I wouldn't have done that. Today, no.
Your wife would say no for you.
I'm sure she would.
I need you here. I don't need you dead.
Well, I can't run like I used to.
He got the little giddy up going on.
I got to hit my get along now.
That's what happens in the wild. It's always the young and the sick who get killed.
Exactly.
The rest of the herd are gone. It's like, we're out of here. And the predator always looks for the one that's a little slower, got a little injury. It's like, okay, mouth to throat.
Yeah. But see, that's where the wolves are a lot smarter.
Well,
they have the strong ones in the back.
Yeah.
That's where the alpha is in the back. He's not leading the pack. He's in the back of the pack. He's making sure nothing attacks.
The wolves are making sure. I love the wolf. We love our wolves here.
Yeah, we do.
All wolves, but especially the black wolf. It is our thing. The wolf knows. Absolutely.
That it does.
I've been having so much fun with those videos. The wolves.
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome. By the way, Broski, have you tried the mushroom coffee yet? I know I've been drinking a lot of mushroom coffee. And the thing I like about it, Dave, is it doesn't give you the jitters.
Yeah.
It's just a constant.
I just got one of our sample packs there. I'm going to send some to Jake and to Dusty and Brent. I think he wanted to try some. And so but the hard part is deciding which of the 8 that I got, the 3 that I'm going to send out of the 8, because I like every one that comes in the sample pack.
Right.
There's 3 different ones that we have. And to me, this is my favorite one because it has the cowboy blend, the breakfast blend, the Bali Blue. I mean, you just start going all 6 bean. I mean, you're like, oh man. Yeah. Me and Jeremy were here smelling. I'm like, oh, that smells so good.
Yeah.
I think he's here. I hear the dog. That's our key that the dog is barking. There, danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Danger.
Did you ever like that show, Lost in Space?
Never really watched
I hated it.
I never really watched it.
I don't know. I didn't like that one dude that was like the
he was creepy, the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was creepy.
Did not like that dude. And I don't know. I just the robot was stupid to me. I as a kid, I'm like, this is no. My mom would watch it.
Danger.
Yeah. What a bunch of idiots. I mean, they were supposed to be smart. I thought, what a bunch of idiots.
I will tell you what, the new one was pretty cool. Did you see the movie?
I didn't see the movie.
That was much better. The robot was he was something else in that show.
It's like I like the original like Star Trek, but when you get to the newer stuff, you're like, oh, this is so much better. The graphics and things they're able to do. I mean, it's amazing what they did in the 60s, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shatner could only do so much.
We will kill you. He had that operatic type of delivery,
Still does.
Spock.
Yeah.
I challenge thee, Spock.
He was something else. T.J. Hooker.
T.J. Hooker. One of my favorite things to see, man, and he is an old episode of Columbo.
Right.
He's got this little bit thin mustache. I hate it, but Columbo, ends up defeating him. He's killed somebody. Right. Did you like Columbo? I always liked Columbo. Was a pretty good show.
Peter Falk was a good actor. He was. That
broken down car and that long trench coat, and he's smoking. But they wouldn't even let that show be on TV.
By the way, that's where he got him. He would say his thing, then he'd turn to walk away, and then he'd turn around and just put the hook in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. That would have to be on that top 20 list.
Oh yeah, Columbo was great, and
the Rockford Files. I like the Rockford Files too.
Yeah, great lead-in song. I mean, it was very catchy. Kind of got your attention.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those. I mean, we grew up with them. I mean, shows today are, shows today are a lot alike. There's no variety in a lot of it. Yeah. It seems very the same. When we grew up, there was a lot of variety. I mean, you went from one extreme to another, and the shows seem to have their own personality. Today, it looks like they're all done in the same room almost. I mean, it's
true.
Because it's I don't know. It's the same director, same studio, whatever. It's just I do like some of the indie stuff that people are some of the indie stuff that's done. I think that's good.
Yeah.
We have an
good morning, sir.
Into the studio. How did work go? All right. That's what we always say about work. How'd it go?
All right.
Well, it was all right. Oh, bless his heart. He locked me out of my. Well, he didn't have me locked out, but he had my keys. I couldn't lock the studio and get back in, so we had to make a 11 p.m. transfer of keys last night. I was like, I got to get back in early, you know. He didn't mean to. Yeah,
It
just
happens.
Put that wherever you need to, Jerry. We appreciate him joining us. Get you a biscuit there.
Yep.
Biscuit boy brought a biscuit. Imagine that.
I'm full of biscuits. I didn't get to talk to the lady this morning that I wanted to, but
Oh, at the restaurant?
I'm still trying to figure out how to keep organic coffee down. That stuff makes me go number 1 and 2. Yes, it does. I've done the mushroom coffee is not as bad as now. The mushroom coffee makes me pee a lot, but any of the coffee, it's a diuretic. I mean, you know, but yeah, I don't even want to get into that. My wife says I talk too much about my bowel movements and all that good stuff. Anyway, told her last
if you're going to
night,
try some, we would submit. You may not have Facebook though, but if you do, go to Horsepower Coffee. I think they're on Instagram as well, and get their mushroom. I've had it. Paul, we still have some a little bit in the studio.
Yeah, it got wet or something. It's
got
hardened at the bottom.
Oh, okay. We'll get some more.
I drink that, and I order cuppa, the medium roast cuppa. It's I think a 7 blend mushroom coffee. That is very good, very good.
But broski, Paul is downtrodden and crestfallen and all those things. Though he's so upset because he saw a video the other day, and it dashed his hopes for one of his coffees that he likes.
It did.
And it was the was that the Dunkin' one?
Dunkin' Donut.
Dunkin' Donut coffee. Trashed it for not being healthy to you and all that.
Yeah, they said it was one of the top 5 deadliest.
Yeah, they said it's one of the top 5 deadliest.
And I don't understand that. I didn't know coffee was deadly.
I didn't either. I don't remember what it said about it.
It gave 5 different coffees.
One of them was Starbucks, wasn't it?
Yeah, Starbucks. I think it was number 1.
And then Dunkin', and there was a bunch of others. Folgers. Yeah.
It did not have Ubon on there though. So
by gosh, it did not.
There you go.
Yeah, we got some Ubon in the studio. Ubon.
Some good coffee.
From the right side of the mountain.
Try it.
Oh,
the freshest beans are picked.
That's right. With the greatest care. They're prayed over. They're protected. It's my little coffee bean. I will love it. I will pet it. I will take care of it.
They are licked by 3 holy cats.
Dude, is there any such thing as a holy cat? I mean, come on.
I know there's a holy cow.
What are they doing? The sign of the cross or something? I mean, what?
I don't know.
Where did that come from? 3 holy cats.
There is one type of coffee that is supposed to be the best coffee in the world. But apparently these cats eat the beans and they follow the cats around and get the beans back out of the scat. And then they make the coffee out of it. Something that when it goes through the cat's digestive system, it does something to the bean. I don't understand that. I'm not eating any poo-poo coffee, drinking any poo-poo coffee.
I think if Brosie's going to say there's only one kind of cat, I don't want to say what he would say, but I have a feeling. He purchased 2 of those new Ridge power banks for cell phones. I bought her an atomic purple and myself a matte black. It just opened mine now. It's tiny, cool design.
Cool.
Ridge power banks for cell phone. Does it do a good job? That's the key.
Yeah. How long do they last?
Yeah. We need info, man. Yeah. Info. We need details. Give us details.
Got a new phone, a new Samsung phone the other day. I don't know why, but I was getting my grandson. He wanted one of the new iPhones, so I went and got him a new iPhone, and I opened him up a plan on my plan. But they gave me a watch, one of those smart watches.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to have come with a charger. Well, there ain't no charger in the box, and so it's dead. I don't know how to charge it.
And those
You don't
usually,
plug it in.
no, those have to have that you'll have to go buy it.
Yeah, they don't even sell them there at the Verizon store.
No, you can get them at Walmart
Crazy.
though.
I'm gonna have to find one somewhere.
You can get them at Walmart or order from Amazon. I mean,
Right.
if the Iranians haven't shut down the delivery.
But yeah, but it was free. They just gave it to me, which nothing's free. There's cost in there somewhere, I'm sure. But
Well, I'm sure.
anytime you hear that word free, it just makes you feel better for some reason.
We're a sucker for free. Free.
Yeah.
This is a true story. I was like, someone told me they put there's all kinds of different kinds of people in the world, and they put a couch out on the side of the street. They put free, and nobody would take it.
Right.
They put $10 on it. It was gone within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because they thought, I'm getting a $10 deal here.
Yeah.
I'm stealing it. Crazy.
Yeah, it's like the guy that there's two guys selling eggs side by side. One of them had they were trying to outdo the other, and anyway, finally one of them said buy two get three free or something like that. So the guy next to him bought all of his eggs and then started selling them.
There you go.
Hey, that's capitalism.
Yeah.
You know, buy low, sell high. Oh, cool. Smartwatches as well.
Gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of the Iranians, they say in the news today that they've been trying to hack into our fuel monitoring systems at gas stations across the United States.
I don't even see how they have the internet still. I mean, Trump needs to just go in, and I mean, I thought he'd wiped all that stuff. I know he doesn't want to harm, and I understand they don't want to do anything to the civilian population.
They say that some of the systems were exposed. This is from CNN. They were exposed online without password protection, allowing intruders, in some cases, to manipulate digital readings and display systems. So you mean we just got screwed a little more? Because they're already screwing us on the gas prices anyway.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, but they said the investigators found no evidence that the hackers altered actual fuel supplies, but warned manipulated readings could hide leaks or create broader infrastructure safety risks. And what about this story in Alabama that they found a bomb at the base of a dam or something? Was that like a new bomb or one that was dropped in World War II? I don't have details on that.
I haven't heard.
I mean, but we talked about if you want to hurt a country, attack their water supply. I mean,
That's exactly right.
that fell right into that. But I just wondered about that. In Virginia, the Democrats tried to restore the illegal map, and the Supreme Court
shot it down.
They shot her down. No, you're not going to do that. They're in panic mode right now.
Oh, I know.
Panic
I think
mode.
I love to watch Hakeem Jeffries come on and lie. It's so obvious, that he's lying.
As the charging cables built in so that you can pull out and use, and has ports as well, wireless charging as well. Can rest your phone on it will charge, holds 3 full phone charges. Nice.
Wow.
Why don't you check that out?
That'd be a good thing to take camping.
Oh, yeah. Marco Rubio says that Iran cannot pressure Trump into a bad deal.
No.
I don't believe it. He also believes he left China with an agreement that they are not going to let the international waters be controlled, pay the tolls and all that to Iran.
Well,
but apparently Iran's been letting Chinese ships pass freely.
Well, Xi Jinping.
I don't know. Ours will pass freely too, because we're going to blast them if they try to do it.
Exactly. There ain't nobody going to stop us. But Xi Jinping wants China and the United States to be partners, not enemies. That's what he told Trump. He said, we need to be partners, not enemies in this. And, that could work well in one way. It could be a disaster in others.
Says that China and the U.S. agree that Iran cannot have nukes. So it's not just us saying it now. China is saying it as well.
And see, that's great. As long as they're not lying to us,
So we'll see.
Now if we can just get Russia to stop sending them uranium.
Or Uranus.
Yeah. That's where I'd stick it.
Top diplomats from BRICS nations, including rivals Iran and the United Arab Emirates, failed to issue a joint statement on Friday after a 2-day meeting in Delhi, leaving host India to release only a chair statement that exposed their differences. The UAE is about ready to light Iran up themselves. They're getting a little sick and tired. Isn't it funny that the UAE, now this is wild, the UAE and Israel are in joint operations together? That's like never happened before. That an Arab country with Israel has working. That's how bad. That's what I keep trying to say. The defense of Iran. You may hate Israel, but you can't defend Iran. Even their Arab neighbors hate them.
They don't like them. They are the blight of the neighborhood.
The Middle East is they can't get along with Iran. That's the problem. They're just Hey, every family has somebody you can't get along with. You have a family dinner, and the crazy Uncle Eddie comes in. You're like, my gosh, I can't believe this guy's a part of my family.
And if you can't think of who that person is, guess what? You're it.
I don't know what's wrong with everybody else. I'm happy.
There you go.
Many years ago, I've told this before. It was a Thanksgiving meal, and there's this one guy. He would come in, and he would drive everybody crazy. He would complain about everything. Everything was a complaint. He complained if the grass grew. I mean, so we're like, oh man, here they come, and it's like it's just going to melt the afternoon down.
Right.
So my father-in-law, he says, I got a plan. He says,
always love to hear Hannibal.
He says,
come up with something.
I've got the two. He said, I've got a stash of moonshine. I'll slip some in a cup and hand it to him, and we'll let him just drink till he passes out. And that's exactly what happened. Like he saw that, he smelled it, like, ooh. So he drank like 2 glasses of it. He was gone.
Wow.
His wife comes there trying to wake him up, and he's like, oh, and she goes, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's been working so hard lately. He's just wore out. We're all there trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
Dude is smashed. Smashville. Hammered. He slept the whole time. I mean, it was great.
Best party ever. Yeah.
That's my point with our 2 anti-Trumpers who like to chime in. Don't defend Islam. Don't defend Iran. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I can't understand how you can defend them. I mean, I get
the Democratic Party.
I get you don't like those others, and I know the feelings on it, but I just can't get that you're going to go all defense on Iran. Iran's nuts.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the new Democratic Party is the party that hates America?
Oh, I do.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Now,
all the rhetoric that comes out of their mouths.
Because we're talking about the party, we're talking about the people that are getting into power in that party, and every one of them say negative things about America. But
well, AOC got beat out of a lead position on one of the committees by an unknown.
They still say that they're a party of the people, but my question would be, which people?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a key. They are a party of a people, but which people?
Well, they're the party of oppression. I mean, they want more government so that the government can keep control of the people, and that's not the way it works. The people are to control the government.
And there's also in the news there's some pushback that President wants to pull 4,000 troops out of Poland, and that it caught lawmakers and allies by surprise.
I thought Poland was one of our best allies.
Well, they are. But there's Poland.
But they can defend themselves.
They can. They've spent a lot of money on military defense over the last few years, but they're kind of itching to get into war. And maybe he sees this as, I don't know the full reason why he did it, but Poland has been talking smack towards Russia and stuff. There's some old blood there.
Yeah, there is.
They've been itching to get in this Ukraine thing. I just wonder, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm surprised this Ukraine thing's still going on.
Oh, I know.
I mean, so that's. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get into all that.
Zelensky. The Democratic Party are all socialists. They want the destruction of the U.S. They want the destruction of the white race and destruction of Christianity.
Exactly right.
Poland and Italy established in the back. Oh, is that what it is? They established in the back without supporting. Is that what it was? He did say he was going to start pulling troops out of some places. It's we've
already pulled out of NATO.
Yeah, he's talking about pulling troops out of Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Italy. Italy's a military. They're always,
Well, it's mob run.
Anyway. They open their grenades on themselves.
La Cosa Nostra. Ow!
Would you make a good Italian?
Me?
Paul? Yeah. Could you be the Sicilian in this group?
I could be the consularity.
The consularity.
Yeah. I don't know if. I don't think I can do that. I run my mouth too much. They're cartoonish in a way.
Cartoonish?
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, some of the crap they do. But
So you wouldn't be a foot soldier. You'd be the Council Harry.
Yeah,
That's a high position.
I'd be the one egging them on.
I think
You need to go hit this fella here.
I think, Mr. Godfather, you need to wipe them out.
Yeah.
My advice would be: we take their money, we
Kill
destroy
them
them. Yeah, kill them all.
Kill them all.
Oh, I need to watch that movie. Broski keeps telling me to watch. I just keep forgetting to do it.
Which one?
Donnie Brasco. What that is? I need to.
Donnie Brasco.
I need to watch that. He keeps
If
telling
that's
me.
the one with Johnny Depp and Al Pacino, I think. It's a good movie.
Al Pacino,
Well, he's a heck of an actor.
but he's a horrible
Yeah,
horrible human. I mean,
most of them.
good grief, I mean, these people.
That's the reason why you don't idolize people like that. You idolize Christ. That's the one you emulate.
Amen.
That's the one.
Paul is the skinny Joey Merlino of.
There you go. Skinny Joy. Wow. Who was it used to call me Paulie?
Paulie, I don't know.
Lauren Good.
Well, he
Lauren
did do
Good.
that.
Yeah, he used to
I
call
can
me
hear him.
Paulie.
Yeah, Paulie.
Wow.
Jeremy's always saying, "Just how big a boy are you?"
Just how big a boy are you? I've had a lot of people tell me that I've just lost way too much weight. I'm at about 170, and they say that I just don't look healthy. Well, I feel good most of the time. I can only imagine. I mean, after losing 75 pounds, it's a lot easier to get around.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. I just never have watched it. I will. I'm just haven't done it, but I'll have to do that.
It's worth a watch.
Here's with everything changing, we're talking about technology changing and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. In your home,
In my home.
let me ask you if you have these assorted items.
Okay.
He says, Broski says, you look healthy. Keep the weight off.
Thank you.
Do you have a DVD player?
No.
I don't either. Isn't that amazing? Do you have a Blu-ray?
No.
No Blu-ray. VHS even still around? Now, how do you watch?
Got rid of all of them.
How do you watch movies? Just download? When you watch them?
If it's not on Hulu or Tubi or Roku, whatever's free, I'm not paying for TV anymore. I refuse to. I don't have cable. I don't have none of that stuff.
And that is I was thinking about this the other day. That's a big change. And the reason I say this is, like at the funeral home, we got the video, the DVD, and I want to put it online for people who get to go. And I've got to find. I'm gonna have to buy an external
old
one.
computer.
Well, I'm gonna buy an
the
external
CD
one and
on
hook
side.
it in, because I have no way to put this into
MP3 or whatever.
Yeah, I have no way to do it. Well, MP4, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
And show the pictures and add some that we didn't get to, maybe at the end add a bunch that they wouldn't let us do, but 80. We had about 120 we needed to show, but
Right.
But I was thinking about this. People don't have that stuff anymore.
No, that's old technology.
It's just changed so much.
I went through, Lord, it's been 15 years ago, I guess, and threw away all the old VHS tapes and everything that I had. They're just worthless now. I mean, there's really no use for them.
Did you ever have an 8-track player in your car?
Oh, yeah.
Jensen used to make a killer 8-track
They did.
player.
Jensen
Pioneer,
stuff.
man, those things were rock.
Yep.
And I guess you had cassette player and CD.
I did. I had at one point. I had one of those 12-disc CD changers in the trunk of the car.
Load her up.
Yeah.
Rocking.
That was it. Pushing about 1,000 watts out of it.
Thump, boom, boom.
Yep.
What was in the 12? Give me an idea of what would have been in the 12.
Well, we definitely had Skinner,
Skinner, okay.
Led Zeppelin,
Zeppelin, yeah.
sure some Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah.
Bag Company.
Oh, yeah, you big Bad Company
I
fan.
like Bag Company. Probably, go along with some Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Seal. I liked Seal back in the day. John Cicada. He was a good one. You know, these are some oldies. I had a wide range.
Charlie Daniels, baby.
Definitely, you know, some country music in there.
What kind of country would?
Well, you know, Charlie, Hank Jr., Alan
Little Randy
Jackson.
Travis, maybe.
I love Randy Travis.
Jeremy's a big Randy Travis fan, wasn't you? You like, yeah.
I can do karaoke, Randy Travis pretty well because of my voice.
Oh, okay, cool. We need to have karaoke night here on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Get the music up and see if we
Probably
can
run a lot of people away.
No, it'd still be fun.
It
That made Jeremy laugh.
would be funny.
Get the microphone out of here. Jeremy, no, do some old Johnny Paycheck or something.
David Allen Coe.
David Allen Coe,
Yeah.
rest in peace. You know.
Yeah.
We have that station around here. I don't remember the number on it, but it's the you used to listen to it a lot. The classic country. What was that?
WDLD.
99.3 and whatever. But they have those little sayings on there. I can never remember them. They're funny. I need to listen and get some of those sayings they put on there because they'll say it's
Leave the toilet seat up. Be a man.
One of them's I'm finding a frog hair split up the middle and tied at both ends.
what was that?
I'm finding a frog hair split up the middle and tied at both ends.
There you
Finer frog hair split at the middle and tied at both ends. That's exact. See, I knew he
go.
knew
See,
it was
I've
one.
used finding a frog hair and finding a frog hair split 3 ways, but I've never heard that one. That's pretty good.
One time, Lynn, you know, my wife and his mom, she would say, what would she say about the crochet tail? It was, God, I can't remember. Had a baby with a crochet tail. And our pastor at one point that we had, he said that one, and he was a big cut up anyway. And he said, "What did you just say?" He just died laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing. Like, I never heard of that before.
You know, I heard one of the dumbest jokes I think I ever heard. Thank you, Broski. There were these 2 strings. They were sitting at the corner outside this bar, and one of them said to the other, "I think I'm gonna go in the bar." He said, "You can't. They don't allow strings in there." So he got up and he goes in. The bartender, as soon as he walked in, said, "Hey, we don't allow strings in here. Get out." So he goes back out. They talk a little while longer. And he says, "I got an idea." So he tied himself in a knot and just frayed his ends, you know, a little bit. And he goes walking back. He said, "Watch this." He goes walking back into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, aren't you a string?" And he said, "No, I'm afraid not."
That's so bad.
That is stupid, but it's funny. I don't know why it's funny.
That is so bad. Like so bad.
I know.
But funny. Oh man. If we didn't have bar jokes, would we have jokes at all? Because it seems like every joke starts with 3 people that walk in a bar. I mean, is that like how many we have? I mean, it cracks me up.
There are a lot of them. I used to have pages and pages and pages of jokes, blonde jokes, all kinds of jokes, and I can't remember. I can't remember an 8th of them.
Well, some people are just joke people. Like they have tons of jokes. I never was a joke guy,
I used to.
but I enjoy listening to them. There's no
Yeah,
doubt.
I like a decent joke. You know.
A decent joke.
I guess the problem with most of mine were they were filthy, you know, and so I just threw them away.
Threw them away.
Yeah.
I went to this meeting one time. It was a cookout kind of thing.
Right.
It was one of those you had to be invited to. You didn't just show up. It was outdoor.
Invitation only.
And me and Lynn, we got invited and everything. And they were wonderful people. The problem that I had was all of their jokes were not good.
Right.
And I was like, everything, we had a great time in many ways. But me and Lynn looked at each other and like, I think we need to go. I felt really dirty about being where I was at. We decided that's probably not a place for us to hang out. But I was like, oh, can't believe this is going on. But in that crowd, that was the thing. It's kind of like being around a bunch of truckers. You get some trucker jokes. It depends on the crowd. What the jokes become.
That is true.
And I realized I was that dude. Like I probably don't need to be here. Like they're not going to change. I'm not going to change. So it's either deal with it or leave. And we found it. We had a good time. We didn't leave right away, but within like 30 minutes, we realized like, oh. So we listened to some music. We ate some food, and we were like, I think we better move on.
Well, there's certain jokes you just don't tell in mixed company.
Yeah. Well, these were definitely like that. I mean, locker room antics or something. These were racial. These were bad. I was like, oh, I don't want to be around that. I love all people. I don't.
That's me.
I don't.
But
I can make fun of ourselves. Like I can make fun of Southern people or whatever because we like to laugh and we see we see the humor in it, but we're not doing it as a put down of a people. That's not serious,
It's a joke.
And comedy is comedy, But some people wrap up hatred into comedy. It's not comedy; it's just hatred.
Oh,
so you have to, you want to be careful with that. Absolutely. Have you ever been in a group and something goes sideways like that? And like even at work, you have to be careful. Like, somebody stepped over that line and it's like everybody went, it's like, ooh, now what do we do with this? Right. You know what I mean? Because now if one person goes and tells, now you're implicated that you were involved. If one person who laughs, all of a sudden they only laugh because they didn't want to be different. And then they go and tell like, you're now involved. And you didn't have anything to do with it, but you were there.
Right.
That's a tough situation, man.
Yeah.
That can happen at any time, in any workplace, anywhere.
Yep.
And it become a HR thing.
Nightmare.
Well, nightmare, yeah, because the investigation is going to be started, and you could be implicated just by your presence.
Exactly.
That's tough.
But you talk about comedy, and there's a comedian named Dave Chappelle. I'm sure you've heard of him before. He gets kind of raunchy at times. But he used to have this show called The Chappelle Show.
Yep.
The very first episode I ever watched, he had a skit on there called The Black White Supremacist. And it was a black guy that was blind that didn't know he was black. He went to this orphanage, and all the other kids were white, so they just let him think he was white. And the whole thing.
But see, he can get away with that.
Exactly.
But another person could not, and that's kind of where we're at in the world, especially America.
That's where I was headed with.
Yeah, I didn't mean to take that.
No. That's exactly right.
Because it depends on what direction you're coming from, whether you can say things like that.
But it was genius.
Oh, it is.
It was comedic genius, and he came up with a lot of stuff.
Well, see, and that's why I like an old show like All in the Family. They attack everybody. Every group you could think of got blasted, including the one that was doing the blasting in his own group. I mean, they didn't leave anybody unscathed.
Some of the funniest back and forths were between Archie and George Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
It was comedic gold.
And you can hear the live audience just dying, laughing, cackling.
Yep.
And something today would go, oh man.
Well, like Blazing Saddles. You could not make that movie today.
No, you couldn't make
people get too upset.
No,
but they were poking fun at everybody. Mel was a genius when it came to comedy.
And I understand, Broski. You've got some situations up there in the city life where I know you're dealing with a lot, and urban can be tough. It can be. And
listen, I want to tell you what
the intensity of everything near the city gets more and more and more. And it's different. It's different when you're out in the rural areas, Paul, and I think you can see that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It just changes, and so.
But the thing is, there are black people that don't like certain black people, okay?
Yeah.
There are white people that don't like certain white people. There are white people that don't like certain black people. There are black people that don't like certain white people. There are Hispanics that don't like anybody. There are people that are just that way, but it's not that way consistently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And We've got to learn how to get along with everybody.
And your neighborhood can flip almost overnight nowadays, seemingly.
It can.
And as different groups come in, and you can be surrounded by people that don't like you. You didn't do anything. Your neighborhood changed. It flipped, and sometimes that's programmed. They do that. Yeah, that's that's when you start getting into some of the tattoos and stuff, the ink on the face, like that has that prison look, gangs, and that's really rough.
I want to tell you what, that's something that I don't worry about is gang stuff. I don't worry about it.
You're good, broski. I get it, man. You're dealing with stuff that really here I don't have to, in my area, I don't have to deal with very little. I don't deal with your scene.
Chattanooga's getting really bad.
Yeah, I don't go downtown though. I do it rarely. But listen, it's the lib watch that they're trying to be crazy there. But there's violence there. I mean, there's problems. It's a great city. They're doing some great things, but they still have that crime. I mean, it's where you go, there's a danger
wherever you go. Unfortunately,
I know, and it's just the world we live in. But
it is.
I think when I first,
but I don't let that rule me.
No,
I ain't afraid of nothing.
When my best friend, his mom lived, it was his grandfather's. They lived in an apartment, 2 apartments in, what is that, south of Atlanta? Oh my gosh, southeast of Atlanta, Hateville. But it's before you get to Hateville. It's not East Point. What is the name of that? Anyway, that little area, their street was as melting pot as I've ever seen, and everybody loved each other. Yeah. Every house was a different people group. I mean, next door we had biker, like the biker gang dudes. Mm-hmm. Across the street was the African American. Next door to her was Hispanic, Filipino. It was like going to the world in one street.
Yeah.
But the street all loved each other. They supported each other. Now around the city, you could get in bad areas. Obviously, it's Atlanta, but their street was great. Everybody just was supportive of each other, and you didn't have no issues like that. And even me being an outsider, I was just visiting. Everybody treated us, really well.
Yeah. As many times as I've been downtown here in Chattanooga, I've only had a handful of issues.
I was at a cigar lounge this week, and I watched one black man. And he was living out every stereotype, and I told him that, and he broke him down broski style, and he had nothing. Everyone there told me that was great. Take notes, broski class in session. But around here, you need to worry about that guy trying to shoot you. But man, just trying to enjoy a cigar. Yeah. And ain't that the thing? We're just trying to live our life. Yeah. And there's somebody trying to rain on your parade, so to speak, cause you problem, pain points or whatever, whoever that person is. We've got some guys in there grown, but they act like adolescents. And, you've seen them, Paul. They ride up down the road in their bicycle, motorcycle. Well, they were doing this the other day while I was doing a show, and I came out.
Yeah, riding wheelies.
Jeremy was in the front yard, and I stepped out, and I gave them the look.
Yeah.
And they stopped.
I bet.
And Jeremy said, Dad, they stopped when you. I said, well, I gave them the look like I've had enough.
Well, I was going to pull right out in front of him, but
it was after you left.
Yeah.
It was that day. It was after you left. They rode down there again, and the guy nodded at me, and I just looked at him, and he looked back again, and I had the same look. And I had my phone out. I think he thought I called, but I was actually trying to call Kaylee. And because I was going to go up there and say, it's the noise for me. And I don't care about the wheelies. Listen, you have rights. I don't want to trample on your rights, but you're so loud here. It's over and over again. And, we're trying to do a show, man. And it's just, and they stopped. It
went on for 45 minutes. Or more, and that's the ridiculous thing. If you want to do that, get up there, ride a couple of wheelies up and down the road, and then go park the thing or go somewhere.
You bring in a whole different kind of dude. He's like, there's dudes, and then there's the dude. You tell them how it is, but yeah, I mean, I think this idea of rights, everybody's rights are protected, but your rights, no matter if it's the small or the great, can't trample on somebody else's rights. And sometimes I think there's something called common sense that you have to have.
It's a way of the past.
And you have to learn to read the community. And if you can't, then you're stupid. If the community is like, this is offensive, then, you're probably going to make people mad. And you just it's like going to
that don't bother me.
It's like going it's like going to somebody's house and you learn the rules of the house. It's their house.
Right.
But you could say, well, I believe, well, but it's their house, and you go along.
Respect their wisdom.
You respect,
Yeah.
and I think in a neighborhood you have to kind of respect what the lay of the land is, as long as it's not, like they're coming up and telling you can't fly an American flag or something. That's stupid. But any HOA that has that rule, they're stupid. I mean, they're
Right.
communists. But I'm just saying, a neighbor across the street coming over and going, I don't like your plant. I don't like the look of it. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
How about coming over and just being a neighbor? Like, hey, neighbor, how you doing?
The one of the things that irritates the crap out of me, and I've had, it's only happened to me one time, but I've seen it happen. Somebody, walk up and they'll be running their mouth and they'll lift their shirt up. And they'll show you they're carrying a gun.
Yeah.
I had a guy do that to me one time. He lifted that shirt up and looked at me. I was on him like stinking on a. Anyway, I took the gun from him and took it apart and threw it different ways. Don't you ever do that to me again, ever.
He's like, what happened?
Yeah, when he came to, but that's that irritates the crap.
Well, first,
don't think you're going to threaten me.
Well, and they're probably not going to get the gun out of their pants quick enough to do anything anyway.
No, you close the gap pretty quick.
Yeah.
You better be a quick draw.
That's not intended. I've got a friend. I won't say who because I don't want. Because anyway, him and his son, and there was a lady and a guy. The lady was driving, and she come around him, and I guess was mad, feeling like cut him off or something. And she's waving, and they got stopped at her. She's waving a pistol, like just waving it like this, like I got a weapon. And the son, he said, lady, all I'm going to say is this: if you wave that gun one more time, it'll be the last words you speak on this earth. Because that's a threat.
It is.
You could be shot at any moment. And the husband says, let's go. Because she was like trying to discern the moment, like we were talking about this morning. And he just told her, you aim it one more time. That's
be your last time.
It's your last breath. And the guy got it. She didn't. He said, I said, let's go. And they took off. Because she's just waving it like, yeah, look at me. I got a gun. You wave that gun one more time in my face and it's over.
I saw this video, a guy driving and the truck cuts him off and he doesn't lay down on the horn. He just, taps the horn a couple of times like, dude, what's up? Guy pulls up to the light, stops, gets out with a baseball bat and starts back towards the guy's car. And he's just sitting there and the guy gets right up to the window and he just pulls his gun up like this. And the guy goes and gets back in his truck and takes off. You don't do that crap, especially down here in the South. You don't do that.
He found out
his shot quick.
He found out his Louisville Slugger wasn't as bad as Smith and Wesson or whatever he had.
Some people just they don't have enough brains.
Well, and this goes to another point. We're going to get off here in a minute, but this goes to another point. We'll tackle it maybe next week. And this is where freedom, it's really hard sometimes. Because people have a right.
Free.
It ain't free, but this is what I'm going to say. Not only freedom, I'll say it like this. There are some people that never should have got driver's license, correct?
Oh, yeah.
There's some people, without trampling on rights, it's very hard to do anything about it. They shouldn't have a gun.
I agree.
And the reason is because they don't know how to be a responsible gun owner.
No.
They have no business having a gun. But to do anything about it, you trample on somebody else's rights. You don't want a government doing that. But there are people who should not have guns.
Yeah, anybody that'll shoot a gun sideways, they don't need to have one. They don't need to have one.
I agree. 100%.
It is stupid.
But you get a lot of people who, again, mental health. I mean, if anything that the social media showed us, there's a lot of screwed up people in the world, and they're all around us, and they're flashing their guns in these videos. And you're like, this dude or this girl, they're nutso.
Starting in the 80s, maybe 70s, the rise of mental health, psychiatrists, therapists, all of this stuff. When they rose, everything else failed. mental health in this country is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
And something has to be done about it.
I think we all should have the front end that, what's the guy's name in the Simon and Simon show? Remember that he had that grill in the front of his truck and he just rammed people? I think we all are to have the front end of our cars should be like a military-like thing. Because like you're just talking about, Broski, if you're blocked like that, it's like, okay, I'll be a good citizen and I'll take care of this. I'll just knock the car out of the way.
Hey, that's why I'd rather drive a farm truck. Put my mouthpiece in, strap on real tight. And
He moved and turned around and came back. I had my Glock, but I broke him down verbally. I don't raise my voice. I talk to them like they're a child and they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
People skills are really bad out there. The English communicating is bad out there. I don't even know what they're saying. You know, they're just like, we have a really bad, I mean, it's bad. We're going in the wrong direction as a society. I mean, the wrong direction overall. People have they've lost all reason, no skill. They think
the Bible said it was going to be this way.
Well, sure. Yeah. Well, our hour's up. We do got to go. We try to be concise with it, our show. And we thank you for watching the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Bar Morning Show. Definitely. Only seen on Saturday mornings right here at the Wolf Nation Network.
Same Wolf time, same Wolf channel.
We need to put that in there. Absolutely. I thank you for mentioning that. That'll be the next video. Real quick, one time, me and my best friend, we got a little tipsy. I'll say it that way. Well, it's more like smash, but we were in the woods camping out, and we got into some. I shouldn't say this. People are gonna get on to me. I'm not glamorizing. I'm just telling the truth. It's a story.
Right.
We got into some fighting cock, whiskey.
Yep.
And let me tell you, that stuff did a number on us. And I had a friend that lived down the street, and he says, "Was that y'all out in the woods last night?" He said, I heard the strangest sound. He said, y'all were singing a song called T for Texas, T for Tennessee, and then y'all were howling at the moon or something. I said, yeah, that was us.
Guilty. Yeah.
You drink enough of that stuff, you'll howl at the moon, bark at the moon, and everything else. Yeah. Y'all take care. We'll see you in the next show.
Peace.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise.